Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT for this week's on the daily race on Gran Turismo Sports. So everything is going to be going well settled to be ready to go. So looks like one big race is going on Tokyo Expressway Central Outer Loop by using the Nissan Fairlady set version SC33 model 2007 is going to get very excited to be able to get started for this race. So looks like this is going to be good to be able to take a lot of good practice, that this is going to be given a good courtesy car for use. So this is going to be able to have one car for this daily race event, because this is going to be good to be able to have a very better standard JDM sports car for this race, and this is going to get very perfect to take on for one good city course. Is going to be getting good inside turns to go there. So I kind of think that this is going to be very excited to be able to have onto the central outer loop might be able to go on in for. So since I just barely remembered that I just took the inner loop part of the track with using the Honda Fit Hybrid, so very good for using the Nissan 350 set for this race. Is going to be very excited to be able to get started for this race. Now just gonna have to choose a car and the color, and this is gonna get very excited to be able to have a lot more practice to be able to get started. Now this is going to be giving a good balance of performance for giving a recommend, because this is going to be able to get everything settled. So this is going to be good and excellent, that this is going to be able to take a lot more speeds to get better to do it. So here we go, just going to have to take a good hot lap, and this is going to be able to take better overgoing strategy, that this is going to be able to take a little bit swiftly to be able to get there. Now let's just going to have to go and follow up the blimp. Is going to be able to do it in, but this is going to get very excellent to be able to have a very good one-make stadium race, that this is going to be able to get settled. But even almost a minor, because penalties is on, because whenever there's a wall mistake might be going on, because we might be able to be very careful, because racing on the city track is going to be very tougher if we might be able to force our way to slow down as soon as possible whenever it's going to be able to avoid mistakes that might come to happen. So this is going to be able to have one penalty line for the track, and this is going to be on the outer loop section. So it's going to be giving a little bit possibility to have 5 seconds in case whenever you really wish to avoid the wall to get hit, because that could be very much possible to be able to avoid it, because this is going to be pretty difficult to be able to have a one good clean lap on Tokyo Expressway. It's going to be able to take a little bit much more time to be able to stay on the inside, but not hitting the walls too much. That could be giving penalty problems might be able to occur. Okay, just gonna have to keep going in. Gonna have that turn, might be able to go centrally for it. But this is gonna be very interesting for this daily race. So if I could probably able to race cars to be able to get better, so this is gonna be getting a little bit excellent to do it. Much closer to be able to stay on it, but I hope that this is going to get very much more ways to be able to try not to hit the walls too much. That could be getting a little bit serious problem. Okay, just going to have that turn going in, and this is going to be giving the main cue. We'll also have color types of the road that this one might go as possible. So looks like this is going to be able to take a little bit more runs to be able to stay on it. Okay, just make it nice. This is going to get better to do it. Okay, just giving a little bit close eye check, folks, because this is going to get very difficult to be able to race on the track with no sand traps needed, because it's all about avoid hitting the walls is going to be very tougher to do it. So it's going to be able to take a lot more oversteer turns to be able to get better. Okay, just going to have that final turn, and this is going to be getting better and taking a one good fast lap that this one might go in. And then this is going to be very good to have a one good standard record that this one might come to occur. But this is going to be giving a good recommend possibilities whenever you see the type of the road, that this is going to be very strategized to be able to get everything needed to do a little bit breaking points to be able to get there. Now, looks like still got enough time, and this is going to be able to have a lot of good runs for giving a good daily workout to take the extended work to be able to get there. Now, this is going to be able to take concentrations, that this is going to be able to get better and ever to do it, but this is going to be able to take a lot more speed to be able to take a little bit few upper hill and downhill to be able to take a lot of turns to be able to get there. Okay, there we go. This is going to be able to take a few consecutive turns. We'll go roughly to go in and in. This is going to be what you go downhill on the dirt tunnel. Okay, just going to have to give a little bit recommended times to be able to get a good approach, but this might be able to get closer and better to do it. Alright, this is going to be good for a minute and 33 seconds, so this is going to be able to take much more faster ways to beat the time limit of a minute and 30 seconds. That could be the hard goal, is going to be given the time to achieve, and this might get better than ever to do it. Okay, follow up the blueprints, and this might get another 1 second gap distance. Is going to be able to keep it up and get going. Now, that was so close. That could be able to take a lot more faster ways to be able to get there. Alright, going down onto the second tunnel. This is going to be able to take a lot more turns to be able to get recognizable for us. That's good. This is going to get very excellent to be able to take a good, brilliant braking point that this is going to be needed besides the double cone might be able to do it. But this is going to be excellent for a city course, that this is going to be able to take a lot more paces to be able to get everything in terms. Alright, a minute and 32 seconds. Still got enough time, and this is going to be able to take a lot more rush to be able to get there. Okay, just going to have the gap distance to be able to show, and this is going to be able to take very much inside turns, so it might be able to get better, because this is going to be very excellent for having a good race and giving one speed moment to be able to have to get everything expressway to be able to go on for. That could be the hard part, to decrease the effect of the gap. It might be really going on. Just going to have to be very careful on that second part of the turn. Alright, this is going to give a little bit dive bomb to be able to take it in on that turn, and this is going to get very cautionable to be able to avoid it. Over ahead, and this is going to get very roughly to be able to perform the inside of the last corner is going to be able to get there. Okay, looks like this is going to be it, and then this is going to be the end of the 5-lap practice to be able to get started. So looks like this is going to be able to have a one interesting one-make race by using the Nissan 350 set. Is going to be challenging to be able to get ready, and this is going to get very faster to be able to take a lot more turns to be able to get better. But anyway, that this is going to be able to take good choice to be able to have it work faster to keep up the acceleration, and this is going to be able to take the distance. We might be able to have to give a good push on it. Okay, no one else that might be able to have to perform this turn. That could be giving the hard parts. Alright, good thing that practice is over. Time to join in session for the race, and this time this is going to be able to going in to take one hard time limit to be able to get everything precisely to go as possible. A minute and 30 seconds is definitely the hard goal that this might be able to take, but it is going to be pretty difficult if we might be able to take the chance. So that could be brilliant to be able to have a good driver rating increase, that this will might go higher and better. But this time, this is going to be brilliant to be able to reach up on first place or better. But this is going to be able to take a lot more chances to be able to go in and get ready. So let's get started for a warm-up, and then this is going to be able to take a little bit of time to be able to do a little on-ramp, to be able to do a pit out. Okay, everything is well settled and organized to be able to be ready for anything, and this is going to be able to take plenty inside turns that this is going to be able to do possible to be able to keep up on it. But this is going to get very extreme for having a one good city course to be able to get everything needed for. Now, let's just going to have to take the slipstream, and then this is going to be able to take a little bit much more practice to do it. Stay on it and then try not to hit the walls. This is going to be giving a little bit importance to be able to have a good clean race. Now, looks like this is going to be good to have the race will begin shortly, and this is going to be able to have to take plenty more overtakes to be able to have less for only 3. So starting out on 4th place will might be able to work, and this time this is going to be able to have to keep trying, and then this is going to be able to work hard. Alright, here we go. This is going to be able to give a good headlight check to be able to show where I'm at. Just giving a good starting grid that this will might be able to be ready. Oh yeah, almost forgot. False starts has definitely put on, so just going to have to be sure everything is going to be double checked. Here we go. Looks like this is going to get very excellent to be able to have a good race ready. Now, let's just going to have to go and overtake the last 3, and this is going to be going well to go faster to do it, and this is going to get very challenging to be able to get there. So, let's race carefully and try not to hit the walls as soon as possible if we might be able to do a successful race. And also, spin outs has to be avoided if I have to, because that could be the most scariest thing that we might need to be careful. Okay, just gonna stay on it, and this is gonna get very roughly that this is gonna be able to stay on the high speed. Just like having a little bit racing of Tokyo Extreme Racer is gonna be different, but on the circular racetrack that this is gonna be able to get in. Okay, 3rd place is gonna coming in, and this time I hope that this is gonna be able to do a little bit much more possible. That this is gonna be giving us one hard penalty that it might be you guys to be very careful. But anyway, maybe the hazard lights might give everything well guided that this might be able to get ready for. But it's gonna be takes a little bit of time, but many cars could be possible to be able to overtake. But everything is going to be giving a little bit hard mistakes that definitely might come to occur. Okay, second lap might be able to going in, and this is going to get very much more possible ways to be able to take a lot more practice to be able to have a good clean race without hitting any walls. But sometimes it is going to be very rough that this might be able to take some time to do it. Alright, just going to get a good approach onto the driving line, onto the penalty zone to be able to force the slow down. So this is going to be able to get ready to use the hazard lights. Always giving a good communication is going to be going in to be able to proceed as possible. But this is going to be able to take the left turn, we might be forced. Alright, looks like a few of them coming in, and this is going to be very possible to be able to take the right lane to be able to avoid it. Man, can't believe I just took a lot more practice to be able to do it. So still got enough laps to be able to get there, but it also might need to take a limited run just so this group might be able to have one good excellent race to be over anytime soon. And no. Bummer. That could be the hardest thing that we might be able to be very careful. But that cost us a 7-second penalty. I know that this is going to be able to do roughly, that this is going to be able to do much more often to get there, but I know that we just definitely want to be prepared for the moment, but it also requires to be able to have one good, very cautionable strategy to be able to be much careful to do it. So it's going to have to take plenty of inside turns without hitting any walls, but sometimes that having most seconds of the penalty that this is going to be able to brought to attention, but I know that this might be coming down for dropping down a few driver rating, that this might be able to get everything close. So I know that this is going to get very difficult if we might be needed to be able to get everything cautionable. So that was a one mess race. It definitely might be able to be much more careful, but it is very extreme and challenging, but looks like just getting a little bit left behind. And this is going to get very separative to be able to keep trying to do it. Well, I hope that this is going to be able to have 2 segments for this daily race, and that's how spin out might happen. And this is going to be giving us better ways to be able to have one good clean race if anything is possible. Now, looks like time to go and catch up again, and this is going to be getting a little bit hard dropped down because looks like I just barely been had. It's always having penalties for this race, so if we might be able to be very more careful. Okay, just going to have to stay on it, and just don't want it to get marked on the red. It's going to be giving a little bit hard ways to be able to avoid. Okay, looks like they're about to be able to approaching in onto the penalty line. This is going to give very best to be able to take it in and take some time. Just be very patient whenever you're trying to be able to get very well focused to do it. Good. This is going to be able to take plenty of more work to be able to do that from, because this is all about taking a lot of clean turns. It's going to be getting very extreme and better to do it. So it's going to be giving a little bit signs of every approaching corners whenever we might be able to be very careful. Just gonna have to take a little bit much more turns to be able to going in, and then Here we go, final lap, and this is going to be able to take a little bit much more step approach to be able to get there. Alright, just try to stay calm and try to do a little bit much more advanced tactics to be able to do this, like most other Japanese racers, to take the Expressway for a night race. But it is going to be very hard to be able to take a little slipstream to overtake by 2 lanes. That could be the most hard part if we might be able to work faster. Okay, just going to keep going, and then this is going to be able to take a lot more speed to be able to get there. But this is going to be quite very challenging to be able to do the advanced skills when I get closer. Bit maintain, and this is going to have to take some time, but this is going to get very extreme battle that this is might be able to take on the Tokyo highway road, that this is might be able to get there. Okay, just try to start taking calm turns, we might be able to get better. So looks like that could probably able to end up on 7th place. So looks like that was a lot of hard work, but few other players with a penalty mark on the red dot is definitely slightly difficult, but it may be able to come for a little drop down of the driver rating to effect, but it gets a lot of mistakes sometimes, so we might need to be much specifically careful to do as possible. But giving a little bit less decreased driver rating, but it was going to be able to take much more time to be able to get there. Alright, so looks like daily workout is already finished and done, and this time this is going to be able to take a lot more better, to take more practice to be able to keep up on it. Well, surrounded by mistaken drivers, well, we'll make sure we'll have to be very careful not to hit any walls to be received with penalties. That could be the most hard part if we might be able to do better. So everything is all set and ready to go, so good thing I just took the time on the qualifying time trial for 1 minute and 31 seconds, so this is going to get pretty difficult to be able to reach that for the time on the 1 minute and 30 seconds, and this is going to be pretty tough and pretty hard to be able to do it. So if this might get closer and better to be able to do a lot more work to keep up on this race, because this is gonna be brilliant, that this is gonna be able to have to take everything to go on for. Now let's just gonna get ready for a warm-up, and then this is gonna be able to start out on 5th place, that this is gonna get everything better to do it. So we'll be able to have one important thing, to have a good clean race on Tokyo Expressway. But we know that the walls are definitely might be tougher if we might be able to avoid as possible, but it gets very tough that we might be able to have to keep up on this race. So everything is going to be getting settled until this might get everything needed to have a one good balance of performance, will might be work perfectly on the city track, that this is going to be able to keep going. But it's always giving one very exercisable caution not to hit each other, because that could be giving the decreased SR to effect, that this is going to be getting a little bit of curve. But it is going to be pretty hard sometimes, but we'll have to be very much careful if we might be able to have a good clean race to be able to survive this race. But city course is very important to take the challenge if we might be able to get better. So let's just gonna go and take the 5 lap with this challenge, and this is gonna get brilliant to be able to take a lot of clean inside turns, not to hit the walls, anything else to do it. Alright, looks like all of us, by using the Nissan 350 set, is good to go, and this time attempt number 2 for this race will might get started. So I hope that this is going to be able to give a false start, to be able to have a full brake to be able to be needed. Okay, 5 seconds to start this race. And here we go. Now, looks like this is going to be able to take a little slipstream. We might be able to take straight, but this is going to get very rough and difficult, and we might be able to be very much careful to do it. Okay, just going to have a very good check on it until this is going to be able to give it one better push to be able to get there. Taking on the top 3 is going to be very hard to be able to get there, but this is going to be very close to be able to have to reach for one good time. That this is going to be able to take the rush, we might get through, and very challenging that this is going to be able to take a lot of more skills to do it. But it's going to get pretty difficult to avoid the penalties, so it might get better to do it. So I have to be able to keep trying harder to be able to master Tokyo Expressway on the central track. Is going to be getting a lot more skills to do better. But it's always happened to have wall hits is definitely not very comfortable for us if we might be able to have a good clean lap to do it. Now, looks like this is going to get everything a little bit good checked on it, so just going to have to keep trying and then take some few inside turns. We might be able to get better to do it slightly significantly, but it's going to be able to have to do one cautionable thing if we might be able to do it. Just be patient and then take some time to concentrate, but it is going to be getting a little bit harder to be able to get there. But I know it's always get every clumsy moment that if we might be able to have one good professional race that this is going to be able to do it. Okay, just going to make sure every first and second turn is going to be getting a little bit harder, because that could be the easy socket to giving us to effect. Okay, just going to have to give one good approach until whenever they're on the penalty line to be able to get there. Okay, here it is. This is going to get pretty lucky to do it, so looks like they're taking on the right turn. There you go. So close, and I'm in second place, folks. This is going to be awesome. Now, this is going to be quite brilliant to be able to have to take the 3-second gap catching up to do, and this is going to be quite brilliant to be able to take the chance. Now, this is going to get very lucky to be able to have a good race that this is might be coming in for. Okay, looks like this is going to be able to stay in second place, that this is going to be able to come closer, but this is going to have to take some smooth concentration that this is going to get better. Okay, looks like this is going to get everything pretty worked up to be able to do as possible. Good thing that the radar is still might be needed for use, because this is going to be good for racing, that this is going to be able to keep for racing movements, that this is going to be able to keep on going. Take that first tunnel is going to take a lot more speed to get there. Alright, so looks like this is going to have to take a little bit much more time to be able to do it. Okay, just keep going and be very exercise caution whenever I have to, because this is going to give it a little bit more maintain that this is going to be able to stay on the struggle. Dived in. Take a little bit smooth turns and going a little bit uphill so it might get through. But this is going to be able to take a lot more concentration, that this is going to have to take more patience to do it. Alright, that should do it. Just keep on going and you'll be fine in no time, and this is going to be giving a lot more concentration. It's all about the sense of Japanese racing on the Tokyo track, on the city course, is definitely might be giving a good time to do it. But it gets a little bit much more obvious to be able to reach up on the first place. Is going to be able to take a lot more skills to get there. Okay, looks like this is gonna get pretty hard to do it. Well, it's gonna be pretty obvious that this is gonna be able to take a lot more speed to be able to keep up on it, but I know that this is gonna get pretty hard to be able to get there, but it is gonna be able to do a lot more acceleration that this might be able to get better. Now, just gonna have to take one dash overtake, and then this is gonna be able to keep going, and then take that second tunnel is going in, and then this is gonna be able to take a little bit gap distance on the sub moment that this is gonna be able to keep it on for. Okay, stay on it, and then this is gonna be able to have the full glimpse. Will also to get everything well guided. But it might get everything come back soon. So short gap distance is gonna be pretty hard to be able to stay on the higher position. It might be getting closer. Okay, here we go. Final lap, and let's finish this race. It's gonna be given a good increased driver rating that this might get everything improved to approach. And this is going to be getting faster to be able to straighten up on it. Okay, looks like one opponent is coming back, because this is going to get very lucky that this is going to be able to take that turn whenever it's going to have to do the approach. Looks like there's going to have to do a slipstream that this is going to be able to do it. Just going to have that braking turn is going to be very roughly to be able to do it. Okay, looks like he did pretty good, so good thing you used that orange color that I just used. Okay, going down and climb it back up again, and this is going to be able to do it pretty often to be able to get there. Now, this is going to get one last final stretch, and this time, this is going to get very extra close to be able to get prepared for it. So, whenever I see some sub-gap distance by getting shorter, but this is going to be able to take a lot more better to do it, and looks like, well, I just finally made it in second place, but if I could probably able to take first place, I am so happy to be able to win this daily race in sport mode. This is going to get better than ever to be able to keep going and keep going faster. But this is going to be a one survival race for this week on the daily race. It's going to be quite harder and tougher. And this is going to be taking a one big race of wonders who might be able to get better. So this is going to be a very good, excellent race and a hard-working challenge that we might be able to be prepared for anything. Now, looks like just finally went up on 3 positions, so that could be a great race. For once that this is going to be able to take a lot more hard work to be able to reach up on first place, it gets a one victory moment that this is going to be able to keep going. Now, looks like the daily workout is already giving a little bit extra distance for it. Now, looks like we did well. Good job, you guys. We did very excellent to be able to keep up on this race, but it is challenging and very tough if we might be able to keep up on it. Well, it always happens if we might need to be able to avoid the penalties, so we have to be very much careful to do it. But good thing Pit 13 is giving good response to Racer 510. No worries. Good race. Now, looks like this is going to be very excellent, that this is going to be a good moment to be able to have a good increased driver rating that if we might be able to keep up on this race, but it is very challenging to be able to get there. So we'll make sure we'll keep trying better to be able to have a good improved race that this is going to be able to keep going. So this time it's going to be good for today's gift card that I just finally got to receive. So let's see which vehicle should I get. Alright, so looks like another NSX Group B rally car. Okay then. Just giving a little bit extra by the usual. If I could probably able to have one vehicle I haven't received yet. So maybe another time. Well, looks like giving a good one-make race by using the Nissan 350C for the challenge is definitely might be brilliant to take the oversteer challenge to race on Tokyo Expressway Central Outer Loop. But it is very perfect for a single JDM modern sports car for the race. So this is going to get very excellent to be able to keep up on this challenge. So yeah, sometimes having over 10-second penalty is going to be very hard to be able to avoid it, because it is definitely might be giving a little bit better ways to be able to make sure to have a very good clean race. But well, we'll make sure we have to remind ourselves not to have any mistakes to receive a penalty during on the city course during this race. Is going to be quite very hard. If we might be able to have to master it to provide a good source of a racing achievement to be able to overcome one tough race with a city course with walls on it. So we'll have to be able to be very careful if we might be able to have a good clean race to get everything achievable. Okay folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for reaching up a 100 subscriber goal. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads, and the links in the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continuing on for the daily race on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.